Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 5th. I'm Andrew Garcia, and you're listening to Wake Up with KERA News. We're halfway through the week, and just like yesterday, it'll be a dreary and moist morning with some fog hanging around. Though if we're lucky, we'll hopefully see some sunshine this afternoon. Highs today will be in the mid-70s. In just a moment, we'll hear what we know about President Trump's plans for federal troops he's deployed to the border. But first, let's get into today's news. Tarrant County Commissioners yesterday approved another $20,000 to help a detention officer pay legal fees. The jailer was named in a wrongful death lawsuit over the death of Anthony Johnson Jr. in county custody last year. Several community members expressed disapproval and concern about the county using their tax dollars for the ongoing litigation. Deaths and allegations of mistreatment in the Tarrant County Jail have cost the county millions of dollars in settlements since 2022. Cedar Hill ISD is considering spending cuts to close a roughly $7 million budget deficit. Interim CFO Amy Drozd outlined possible cost-cutting measures, like eliminating teaching positions and combining two middle schools. Some trustees were frustrated and concerned about the proposals, saying children haven't been prioritized in the decision-making. More discussions are expected before the district passes a new budget in June. President Donald Trump has sent 1,500 federal troops to the border, building on the thousands of troops ordered there during the Biden administration. The president said he'll use military force to secure the border. Now, Texas and the federal government are working together on border security and immigration enforcement. Texas Public Radio's Gabriela Alcorta Solario reports for the American Homefront Project.
President Trump said he's sending military troops to the border, where he says America's sovereignty is under attack. It is not yet clear exactly what those troops will be spending their time doing, but Tom Homan, who's overseeing the administration's border enforcement effort, provided a possible clue during a November visit to Eagle Pass, Texas. He referred to Operation Lone Star, Texas Governor Greg Abbott's ongoing deployment of National Guard troops at the border.
Governor Abbott has done an amazing job. Illegal immigration in Texas is down 86%. This is a model we can take across the country.
Texas has seen a big decrease in immigrant crossings and encounters since Operation Lone Star began in 2021, but so have other border states without similar operations. While Texas has sent more than 10,000 troops to the border, federal law restricts what service members can do on U.S. soil. They can assist civilian law enforcement, but can't confront or arrest people. This Texas National Guardsman is deployed to Operation Lone Star in the Rio Grande Valley and says the law has been applied inconsistently. He requested that we withhold his name and distort his voice because he fears retaliation.
In the valley, we actually get to work with Border Patrol and DPS to help apprehend them or, help find these people that are hiding. But in Eagle Pass, where media was very, very big, we couldn't even yell at these guys. We couldn't touch. We were just going to let them cross.
President Trump has asked military leaders to prepare a revised plan for securing the border. And his executive order calls the crossings at the border an invasion, which might suggest a shift in how the military is used, though troops are unable to act as law enforcement under the 1878 Posse Comitatus Act. Experts say Trump could get around that by enacting the Insurrection Act. It allows the military to assist overwhelmed civilian authorities. Joseph Nunn is counsel at the Brennan Center's Liberty and National Security Program.
It is not yet entirely clear what the new presidential administration's intentions are. It is clear that there is a plan to use the military for border security and immigration enforcement, and to do so more expansively than the last administration did.
Among the other big questions, at least in Texas, is what will become of Operation Lone Star. The Texas operation is state-funded, and since its launch, Governor Abbott has spent roughly $11 billion on the mission, about $6 billion of that on mobilizing troops. None doesn't see how the governor can keep doing that.
I don't think it's likely that Operation Lone Star will continue simply because it is so expensive. And also because of, the hardship it imposes on the members of the Texas National Guard, who, while they're participating in it, are pulled away from their families and their civilian jobs.
Abbott has suggested he's interested in winding down the state operation. He also sent a letter to Congress after Trump was sworn into office, asking the federal government to pay the $11 billion back to Texas. Abbott has said he'll give the money back to Texans by lowering property taxes and putting more money towards education. Opponents predict Abbott's operation will become a blueprint for the Trump administration to use across the country. Ari Sawyer is a border and immigration expert.
Abbott has said he would slow down Operation Lone Star, but it's not really a slowdown. It's a nationalization. You would essentially turn over the reins of Operation Lone Star to Trump. I think we're going to continue to see soldiers in Texas.
For now, Operation Lone Star shows no signs of going away. Abbott just sent 400 more Texas guardsmen to the border, and state legislative leaders have proposed putting another $6 billion towards the operation in the next state budget.
That was Texas Public Radio's Gabriela Alcorta Solario. The Mavericks lost against the 76ers last night, but only by 2 points, 118 to 116. Former Mav Luka Doncic gave his first press conference with the Lakers yesterday, getting a warm welcome from fans in LA. He said playing alongside LeBron James is a dream come true, and he also thanked Dallas for the support over the years, but said he's focused on the journey ahead. If you've ever wondered what would have happened if Juliet lived on after that whole ordeal with Romeo, you should check out And Juliet from Broadway Dallas. If that's not enough to convince you, it also features some of the most iconic pop ballads. You can see it through Sunday at Fair Park Music Hall, but if that's not up your alley, don't worry. You can also find other fun things to do at kera.org/calendar. Thank you for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. It's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get good morning vibes from our colleague Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.